We're back, baby. We're so back. Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the start of half marathon training. Yay! We're back, baby. We're so back. So, as you guys may or may not know, I told myself that I was gonna run a half marathon before the end of the year. And I did run a 10-mile in April. And then I took a little bit of a break. I'm not gonna lie, I took a little bit of a break. I don't know why I took a break, because now training for the half marathon is gonna be that much harder because, you know, my body has to get back into it. But honestly, I was like, I'm not gonna run in the summer, it's too hot, blah, 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 blah. And honestly, I'm not gonna do that again. Next summer, I'm definitely gonna run. Maybe I won't be as consistent with running, but I do wanna push myself to run at least once a week in the summer, because I think it's good for your body to adjust to running in like really hot temperatures. Because the majority of my training for my 10-mile was in the winter, I felt like it was just such a hard adjustment as soon as it started getting warm. So that's why I stopped. But it's okay because we're back. So I booked my race. It's on December 13th. The training for that has officially begun. I actually started it last week, but have started recording and documenting these journey this week, which is week 2. So in regards to the training, what I'm using to kind of guide me through my training for the half marathon is my Garmin watch. So if you have a Garmin watch, there is like a Garmin coach option on the app, and then you can type in what kind of race you're training for, whether it's a 5K, a 10K, or a half marathon. And so obviously I selected the half marathon. And so my coach is basically telling me what I have to do every week. So I run 3 times a week, and Mondays are supposed to be my long runs. But obviously everything is able to be adjusted if needed. So for this week, like I said, Mondays are my long runs. So today is my long run. I have to do a 50-minute run. So it's a 5-minute warm up, a 30-minute run, and then I can do an optional 10-minute run and then a 5-minute cool down. And with this coach specifically, I do run in regards to time and not necessarily distance, which is good because most of the time, like, they estimate what my distance is gonna be, and so I always try to beat it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we're overachievers over here. Just kidding, no we're not. But yeah, I really wanted to document this journey because I know training for the 10K last time was definitely a journey. It was definitely very humbling during different times. And I just remember there would be times where I would be crying because I was so frustrated. And then the following week, it would just like be good. And I was just like, ooh, you know, we're in this. We're getting the groove of this. So I honestly really wanted to just document this journey just for anybody else who is running, or, you know, on their running journey, or for somebody who wants to get into it and wants to see what it's like. And also for me, just so I can go back and be able to watch this footage and just see like what the journey was like, and just to remember to always just enjoy the journey, and remember that the only way that you get to the destination is because of everything that you go through to get there. So yeah, so this is the official start of my half marathon training. I'm gonna try to do weekly videos up until my race. So yeah, so if you guys want to be on this journey with me, make sure to subscribe, follow along, and come back every Sunday for a new half marathon training video. So like I said, today is my long run of the week. I'm supposed to be going on my run now at 9 a.m. in 1 minute. It is 8:59 currently. As you guys can see, it's 8:59. But I still have to stretch, finish out this intro, and then I have to eat my breakfast. That is another thing. I'm going to try to be a lot better about my nutrition during this training, because a lot of times I was going on my runs fasted, and I feel like that's just not maximizing, you know, my energy. I feel like if I eat, I would have more energy, you know, to go on those runs. So for today's breakfast, I ended up just boiling 2 eggs. I hate like eggs like this, but it's not about that. It's about the nutrition. So I'm just gonna pop these in. I'm gonna do my stretching and then we're gonna head out because I'm getting all my notifications that it's time for me to go on my run. So let's go ahead, eat this, stretch, and then we'll be on our way. Oh, and then I'm also going to Trader Joe's afterwards. That's another thing. When I do go on these long runs, if I have like errands to run, I'm like, can I run to my errands? I was gonna like run and then come back home and then go to Trader Joe's, but I was like, why would I do that? I can just run to Trader Joe's, get what I gotta get, and then come back. So we're gonna run to Trader Joe's, do some groceries for the week, and then we're gonna head back. So let's go ahead, let me stop yapping, and let's go ahead and get into this.
This the number one, this the number one, this the number one champion sound. This the number one, this the number one, this the number one champion sound.
Kanye, where you at, love?
Yeah, Estelle, we about to get down.
He said, hey sister, it's really, really nice to meet ya. I just met this 5'7" guy who's just my type. Like the way he's speaking, his confidence is peaking. Don't like his baggy jeans, but I like what's underneath it.
So like I mentioned, I have to run 30 minutes. It anticipates that's gonna be 2.9 miles. Hopefully I can do it in just over 3 miles in the 30 minutes. And then they have the optional 10-minute lap. So we'll see. I don't know how I'm gonna feel because I'm just trying to work up to running long distances again. It's not about time right now. Once my body gets used to running long distances, then I'll worry about time. But I just want to feel comfortable on this run. So I got 20 seconds left. I'll check in during the run. But yeah, I'm excited. The weather's perfect. Now I see why people go on runs in the morning because the weather's a lot more pleasant. But anyways, my watch is letting me know I got 5 seconds left. So I'll catch you guys on the run. Mile 1 done. I'm still trying to settle into the run. Still not feeling super comfortable, but it usually happens around mile 1.5. So still got 20 minutes to go. Let's get it. Just finished mile 2. I'm struggling. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But I just have 1 mile to go. So I'm just gonna get it done. Most likely not gonna do the optional lap, but I'm gonna listen to music this last mile and then I'll check in once I'm done.
When I'm talking to you, I don't know what to say, but I can call up a stranger and talk my whole life away. Milwaukee margaritas, I didn't know that was a thing. Carry me home, marry me now, I promise you everything. Chanel in every city, simply talk dirty.
Just finished. That was way harder than I thought it was gonna be. I don't know how I thought I was gonna be able to do the extra lap run. I was struggling. I thought it was gonna get better. It didn't get better. And my time, I started off faster and then my time just got longer and longer, which I know that I shouldn't be doing that. It should be the opposite. I should start off super slow and then work my way up. So by the mile 3, I was cooked. But I'm gonna go ahead and put my splits up on the screen somewhere. Again, I'm not too concerned about my time, but just so that we can have it on record. But I'm doing my 5-minute cool down and then I'm gonna hop into Trader Joe's, get my groceries. So I'll show you guys everything I get, but I'm gonna put this phone down because my arm hurts. got all my groceries. I'm about to head home. Also, yo, groceries are so expensive because I remember back in the day when I used to go to Trader Joe's and get like 50 things for like $80, and now I get 2 things and it's like 100 plus. Like, what the fuck? But anyways, I'll give you guys a haul. I pretty much showed you everything I got, but I'll give you guys a haul once I get home. I'm gonna get home, make some lunch, or I guess brunch, and then we'll go on about the rest of our day. So I'll see you guys back at the house. All right, my loves, we're back home. I went ahead and stretched and got that out the way. So now I'm gonna just show you guys everything I got really quickly. Again, I pretty much showed you everything while I was there, but just gonna show you again quickly and kind of talk through why I got everything I got, because I have a menu. Because I'm trying to get back on my like healthy stuff, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, for pretty much the entire summer I ate like crap, and I just wasn't healthy this summer, and I gained a lot of weight. Not a lot of weight, but I've gained some extra pounds, and there was a time period I was like the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I was like, okay girl, you need to get it together. So, you know, I want to start eating healthy again, but I want it to be realistic. Like, I want it to be meals that I'm still gonna enjoy. And what I really want to do is I want to focus on my protein, and I want to try to cut down on my sugar. I was eating so much sweets this summer, and that's really why I gained so much weight. So I don't want to completely cut out sugar, because I know that's not realistic, and I want to be realistic. I want this to be like a lifestyle. I don't want it to be a diet. I want it to just be that like naturally I just eat healthy, and if I want something sweet from time to time, I can have something sweet from time to time, not always, you know what I mean? So with that being said, I know that I'm just not personally somebody who works well with meal prepping, like making a bunch of meals and just like grabbing it. I like to eat my meals fresh for the most part. So what I'm gonna plan on doing is on Sundays, plan my meal for the week, and just make sure that those are like high protein, healthy meals with vegetables. And that way, again, I'm not getting tired of eating the same thing, but I know it's healthy, and I'm eating like really good meals so that I don't feel like I need to like eat something sweet afterwards. And again, if I do feel like I want to eat something sweet one day, maybe 2 days out the week, fine, okay, but it just shouldn't be an everyday thing. So with that being said, let me show you guys everything I got and kind of talk you guys through my meals for the week. So for today, I plan on making a shrimp ceviche tostadas, which is really good because again, it's high in protein, low in fat, and like the carb, it's not really high in carbs because it's just gonna be like the tortilla. So I did get some cucumbers for that. I still have to go to the supermarket to get like produce stuff because I don't like to get certain produce from Trader Joe's, but I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. So like I said, I got some cucumbers. I also got some tomatoes, some of these. I got these because I want to make like some sort of like bean salad, because again, I also want to increase my fiber intake. I feel like that's something that I've also been lacking. I want to work on, oh, I hit 10,000 steps. It's lit. Okay, 10,000 steps before 11 a.m. We love to see it. Yeah, I want to really work on my gut health. So I know fiber is very important for that. So I bought some broccolini because I'm going to make steak with broccolini and mushrooms as a meal for this week as well. So that's why I bought these. And then I got my steak. Love a steak. I've been obsessed with eating steak, but I've been trying to, you know, tailor how often I eat steak, because again, I don't want to eat too much red meat. And then I got some hazelnuts. I love hazelnuts, especially for like Greek yogurt bowls. And then I got this chicken. This is for my husband. And then I got some corn because I plan on making a creamy corn salad, corn chicken salad. So it's like corn with cucumbers and then this like sauce that's made out of like Greek yogurt for extra protein. So that's why I got that. And then like I mentioned, I do want to be able to have something sweet in the house for when I want something, but nothing that's like too high in calories. So I got this vanilla mochi, and one of these is 80 calories, 3 grams of fat, 1 gram of protein, 13 grams of carbs. So if I wanted something sweet, this is not a horrible option. So I got that. And then I got some ground pork because I want to make my own dumplings or gyozas. I have the wrapper in the freezer. I just needed this, so I'm gonna make some ground pork and shrimp gyozas at some point, maybe this week. And then I got some chicken thighs because I plan on making some chipotle chicken tacos, I think tomorrow. And then I also got some oatmeal. I wanted to get this because when I was training for my last race, I would eat this like before like a long run, because if I'm not super hungry, I just can get some carbs in. So I got that for that. And then I got the hash browns. I love these for breakfast. I got some avocados. I got some coconut water because I was super thirsty. And then, so I didn't finish telling you guys my meals for the week. So, like I said, I'm gonna make some shrimp ceviche tostadas for dinner today. And then tomorrow I'm gonna make chipotle chicken tacos. And then I'm gonna make the creamy corn chicken salad at some point, the steak with broccolini and mushrooms. And then I was missing one more meal for the week, but I just couldn't figure out what, because I didn't want to repeat protein. Again, I like my meals to change, which is why I don't really like meal prep. When I was at Trader Joe's, I saw this girl, she like picked up these like lamb racks, and I was like, so I was like, let me see. So I got these lamb shoulder racks, and honestly, it's already pre-seasoned, and it was $11.99 per pound, which is actually pretty good, because I usually get my like lamb chops at Costco for like $13 a pound. So it's actually pretty good. It's already pre-seasoned. So it is pretty high in sodium, which is why I try not to get the pre-seasoned meat at Trader Joe's, because it's high in sodium. But because I couldn't figure out another meat option for this week, I was like, let me just try this and see if I like it, and then maybe, you know, from time to time I can get this as a meat option. So I'll probably just have this with like, I don't know, I have some Brussels sprouts in the fridge and maybe some like sweet potatoes or something like that. But yeah, so that is everything. So now I put this all away. I'm gonna go ahead and take a protein shake. I always like to supplement my workouts with a protein shake for extra protein. And honestly, I'm not super hungry yet. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like shower and get ready for the day. And then I'm gonna make breakfast, because I know, especially after I drink a protein shake, I'm pretty full for a little bit. And since I already am not like super hungry right now, I just want to give myself a little bit of time. So for breakfast, I'm probably gonna do like a hash brown and some beef bacon and maybe some like avocado for like a healthy fat. Nothing too crazy, but something that's filling enough and has a lot of protein in it. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put this all away and get ready for the day, and then I will show you guys what I end up eating for lunch. And then that will be all for today, and then I'll pick you guys back up on Wednesday for my second run of the week. But I'm gonna go ahead and drink this, and I'll check back in a bit. Hey y'all, so I just finished making my breakfast. Wanted to show you guys what I am gonna be eating. So for today's breakfast, it's not the healthiest, but it's not super unhealthy either. So we have a hash brown from Trader Joe's. We have 3 pieces of beef bacon. I have a boiled egg, some avocado, and then I have some grapes. I feel like it's a well-balanced meal. You have your healthy fats, you have your carbs, you have your protein, and then you have a little bit of fruits. But I know, honestly, the hash brown and the beef bacon is probably not the best, but you know, we're trying. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this and go about the rest of my day. So I will check back in with you guys on Wednesday for our second run of the week. Good morning, my love. Happy Wednesday. Today is our second run of the week. And so for today, we have a easy run. That's what it's called, easy run. That's what they labeled it as. So it's 30 minutes overall. So it's a 5-minute warm up. 10 minutes, and then I have a 10-minute optional run, and then a 5-minute cool down. So honestly, I'm gonna try to do the optional lap run, which means it's just gonna be like a total of 20 minutes of running, which should be just over 2 miles. I'm gonna try. I'll see how I feel when I get out there. It's raining, which honestly, I'm not gonna lie, when I was training for my 10-miler back in April, any day that I had to run and it was raining, I was rescheduling my run, or I was like waiting until it wasn't running. And then a couple months after my 10-mile, there was just one day I just felt like I needed to run, and I went out and it was raining, and honestly, it was so therapeutic. It was actually insane how therapeutic it was. And I remember afterwards being like, damn, like, why was I skipping out on like running in the rain? I mean, I know why. One, I didn't want to get sick, and two, like, I don't want to like get my sneakers wet. But it was so therapeutic, and I was like, no, I need to do this more often, because I don't know, it was very healing. And honestly, the last couple of days have been very, very heavy, and I just feel like I need it. I feel like it's gonna be really healing. But anyways, so it is 8:40 right now, and I am just going to have my little pre-run meal. I'm just having a Greek yogurt bowl. It's just a Greek yogurt with some grapes and some hazelnuts, and then a little bit of honey to sweeten it. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this. Once I finish this, I'm gonna go ahead and stretch, and then I will check back in with you guys right before I walk out. Like I said, it's raining, so I just have on some like leggings and this sports bra, but I probably put on this like kind of like a windbreaker jacket that I have from Nike. I'll probably put that on over it because it is kind of chilly, but I know I'll probably get warm on my run. So I just want something to protect me from the rain, but then I don't want anything that's too heavy. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this, and I will check back in with you guys right before we head on our run. All right, my loves, I'm about to head off to my run. It is 9 a.m. This is the fit. I'm sweating already. Just wearing this jacket. Again, I'm wearing it because it's raining, and I just have a sports bra under. Just wearing some leggings and my sneakers. Then I have a hair tie to tie my hair up. So let's go ahead and get this done. I'm like nervous. I'm always nervous before runs just because I never know how they're gonna go, but I'm excited. Let's get this done. First 10 minutes complete. I feel good, but I can tell my body wants to give up, and it's because I know that mile 2 is optional, but this is why I like to run, because it's all a mind game. So I'm gonna push. I'm gonna get the second mile done, and then I'll feel better about myself afterwards. Okay, my loves, I just finished my run. I'm gonna do this cool down, and then I'll check in with you guys when I get back to the house, because I can barely catch my breath. So I'll recap the run when we get home. We're back home, as you guys can see. I am so sweaty. Honestly, I need to put my hair back up because I'm so sweaty and hot. That was an okay run. Like, it was good because I was able to do the optional lap. When I was training for my 10-mile race, most of the time I would just skip it because, again, running is such a mind game. Because I would go into it being like, oh, I don't have to do it, my body would be shutting down already when I was doing the first, like, what I had to do. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, if I have a 30-minute run and then I had an optional 10-minute run, by the time I was on like 25 minutes, my body was shutting down. And so I could do it, I just would not push myself to do the extra 10 minutes. So I'm gonna try to do that. I'm not probably gonna do that every time, but I will try to do it, especially in like middle week, because at the end of the week, your body's kind of tired already. And so if I don't have the energy to do it on like a Friday, makes sense. But in the middle of the week, if I can, I will try. So I am currently drinking some coconut water. I'm about to stretch, take a protein shake, and then probably shower, get ready, and then have breakfast. I don't know if I'm gonna show you guys breakfast today because honestly, I'm probably gonna have not the same breakfast because I don't have any beef bacon. But I don't know, if my breakfast is like different from Monday, then I'll show you guys. If not, then I'm not gonna show you guys the same breakfast because that's boring, you know what I mean? But if I don't show you guys my breakfast, I will check in with you guys on Friday for our last run of the week. Also, I didn't talk about my splits. I'm gonna put them up on the screen. I will say my splits were actually pretty good today. I started off fast. Like when the first mile hit and I looked at my watch, I said, oh girl, you need to slow down. So I thought the second mile was gonna be like longer, and it actually wasn't. So for my splits, it was mile 1 was 9:10 and mile 2 was 8:55. So pretty good, to be honest. I mean, honestly, if I can maintain that for 13.1 miles, love it. But I don't know if I can. So if I'm starting off with mile 1 at like 9:50 and then I work my way up to mile 13, I'm hitting like 8:50 or 8:30, I would love that. I would honestly love that. That'd be ideal. But we'll see. I mean, that's what the training is for. But anyways, I'm feeling really proud of myself, and I needed that run. I could tell that I needed that run. I feel like a weight has been lifted. I just feel lighter. I feel like I can go and take on the day without like all this heaviness on me. But anyways, I will check back in with you guys on Friday. Bye. Hi my loves, happy Friday. Happy end of the week, kind of. I mean, I don't know what you guys consider the end of the week, but I consider the end of like the work week the end of the week. And then for me, Saturday, Sunday's like, that's like a completely different thing, you know what I mean? Completely different vibe. At this point, it's like a completely different part of the week, you know what I mean? Anyways, that's besides the point. But today is a Friday. It is our last run of the week. So for today's run, we are supposed to be doing a 30-minute run. So 5-minute warm up, 10-minute run, 10-minute optional run, and then a 5-minute cool down. So I think I mentioned this on Wednesday that probably I wasn't going to do the extra lap run, and that's probably gonna be the case. Honestly, I had a really late night last night and I didn't really sleep that well, so my energy is like, I mean, like I have energy, but I feel like my body is really tired. So I'm going to definitely push for and run the first 10 minutes, but we'll see how I feel for the optional run. But I'm probably not gonna do it if I'm being completely honest. I'm also running a little bit behind schedule. I haven't ate breakfast, and I'm supposed to be leaving on our run at 11 and it's 10:46 a.m. But honestly, I'm probably not gonna eat breakfast because it's just a 10-minute run. If it was like a longer run, that I would definitely force myself to eat breakfast, but I'm like really not hungry, and again, it's just a 10-minute run, so I'm just kind of like, I think I could get by, but I'm gonna try not to make this a habit, because again, I think in order for my runs to be better, like me feel better, I probably should have something on my stomach. But because it's just 10 minutes, I'm like, it's okay, girl, it's okay. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and stretch, and then I'm gonna try to get out of here. I wish I had like something I could just like pick at really quickly, but I don't, and everything I have to like kind of like make, and I don't want to make anything, you know what I mean? So I am going to stretch, and then I'll check back in right before we head on the run. All right, my loves, this is the fit. Honestly, nothing crazy. Yeah, just wearing this top. I got this, I don't even remember. These are super old Gymshark leggings. So I am done stretching. My run is technically supposed to start in 5 minutes, which means now I'm back on schedule, which I love that for me, because I was like a little bit stressed out. I was like, oh my God, I'm behind schedule by like 30 minutes. But we're back on schedule, so we're gonna go get this run done. The only bad thing about this outfit is that I don't have pockets for my phone. So I'm gonna probably have to run with my phone in my hand, because I'm not trying to take a backpack for like a 10-minute run. But anyway, so I'm gonna go do my warm-up, and then I'll check in after the run, honestly, because I don't feel like I have to check in before the run, like after the warm-up. we'll just do the warm-up, and then after the 10-minute run, we'll see how we are feeling and assess whether the optional run is gonna happen or not. Okay. Just finished. I only did 10 minutes, but I pushed. In my defense, I pushed. My mile was 8:49, so it's a pretty good mile for me. But yeah, honestly, it was a good run. I feel like I could have done the second lap, but again, it's all a mental game. I went into it already like not wanting to do it, which is why my body, by like when I have 4 minutes left, I was already starting to crash. But I pushed, and honestly, I'm happy that I got it done, because I really was contemplating rescheduling this run for tomorrow, because again, I told you guys I slept late. But I'm just proud of myself for getting it done. And even though I didn't do the second optional lap, I pushed on my first lap. So feeling good. Check in with you guys once I get back to the house. Hi, my loves. Checking in. It's been a little bit since I got back from my run. Honestly, I just got back from my run, drank some coconut water, drank a protein shake and stretched, and then I showered. So I just finished making breakfast, or it's brunch, because at this point it's about to be 2 p.m. But I wanted to show you guys, because this is actually a little bit more exciting than any of my other meals this week. So for brunch today, we have a little platter here. So I have 2 hash browns, some avocado, a fried egg, and then I just made a ribeye steak. I probably won't eat all of the steak, but I love a steak, y'all. My obsession with steak needs to be stopped, because I cannot be eating this much red meat. But you know what? I had to take it out the freezer because I didn't have space in my freezer, because I went to Costco this week, and I was like, I'm not about to let this steak go bad, so I made it. So this is my second steak this week, which is not good, not good, not good. But at least it's high in protein. But anyways, before I go ahead and dig into this, I want to just go ahead and end out today's video here. That is the end of our second week of half marathon training. Overall, I feel like it was a good week. I feel like my runs were good. Obviously, like, they were a little difficult, but I felt like I could do them. I didn't feel like really upset with myself afterwards. But I know that probably will come, because that's just what it is. Yeah, if you guys want to stick around for this journey, this, you know, training with me, then make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to try to post weekly videos of how my training goes. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you guys are notified every single time I post a new video. And if you guys got to the end of this video, I love you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Mwah. Bye.